What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Now today I've got something very special for you guys, and you probably already know by the title of the video. However, we are going to be going over to our shop today and buying the Inferno Dragon for 40,000 gold. I don't have the Inferno Dragon. He's actually one of the very few legendaries that I don't have. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, you can tell that I'm only missing the Inferno Dragon and the Lava Hound as of right now. And then in 9 days I'll be missing the Graveyard as well. However, these two are currently the only legendaries that I'm missing, and it's kind of hard to create an Inferno Dragon deck without the Lava Hound. So instead of using the Lava Hound with the Inferno Dragon after we buy it, I'm just going to go ahead and either use a Giant or a Golem, because I have heard that those decks work out pretty well. However, before we do any of that, of course, we have to buy the Inferno Dragon. I still have 50,000 gold left over from the last special offer that I bought. I bought a $10 pack that came with 100,000 gold. I spent 40,000 gold on one legendary so far. I think I bought a miner so I could upgrade to level 2, but now I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of that gold today on the Inferno Dragon. But also, because I have the Golem in my shop, I'm probably going to go ahead and use that instead of a Giant to replace the Lava Hound in my deck. So without further ado, let's go ahead and buy my Inferno Dragon right now, my very first Inferno Dragon. So here we go, down goes 40,000 gold, and we now have our very first Inferno Dragon. No more gold to buy any other legendaries from the shop, but we do now have the Inferno Dragon, which is our brand new legendary right here. So let's go ahead and put him in our deck, and I think this right here is the deck that we're going to use. I do have the Golem instead of the Giant. I also threw the Mega Minion in here. I have the Ice Spirit and some Skeletons. I have a Zap, the Poison Spell, and an Elixir Collector. Now, I've been told that this is a good deck. Hopefully it works. If things don't go so well, I'm probably going to be switching out with a few cards. Maybe throw some more minions in here and there. Maybe throw some Fire Spirits instead of an Ice Spirit. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and play with this deck first. But because I am at 3,700 trophies, I don't want to risk anything just yet. If this deck does prove out to be pretty good, though, I might go into a normal battle. But for now, I'm actually going to go ahead and battle a clanmate in a friendly battle with this deck. Everyone in my clan is pretty high level. As you can see, the trophy requirement is 3,000 trophies. And everyone in here is a level 10 except for this one level 11 right here. So obviously, the players in my clan are pretty good at Clash Royale. If you're interested in joining one of my family clans, I do have this clan right here, Regicide, Regicide 2.0, and Regicide 3.0. Of course, with a lower trophy requirement as you go down, but if you're interested in a clan, make sure you look one of those up. But without further ado, we're already a few minutes into the video. Let's go ahead and jump into our very first battle with our Inferno Dragon. So we just sent the request and somebody's already accepting. Let's see who it is. We're going up against Mike Rocks 4 here, and he's at 3,900 trophies. So this guy is definitely pretty good, and it's going to be interesting to see how we go against him. I'm not exactly sure what to do first. I'm just going to go ahead and drop down a Mega Minion for now, and then probably my Skeletons as well, so I can cycle to my Elixir Collector and drop that down right between my towers. He does have a Musketeer coming towards our Mega Minion, which will probably take it out before we can do any damage. But on the right, he's dropping down some Barbarians, so let's drop a Poison Spell on them, and he also has a Royal Giant. This would be a perfect time to use my Inferno Dragon, but there are so many Barbarians right now, they'd probably lock onto them instead. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop down my Mega Minion to finish off that Royal Giant. However, one Barbarian did make it to our tower, did some damage on that, and he's already dropping down a Bomb Tower on defense. So that's going to go ahead and distract my Mega Minion, allow it to get taken out by the tower. But it does smack the Bomb Tower about twice, doing some heavy damage over there. And I'm going to go ahead and drop down my second Elixir Collector. But now he has a Princess, so let's just go ahead and drop down our first Inferno Dragon right there on the Princess. I didn't have much else to do, so I'm going to go ahead and drop down an Ice Spirit and my Mega Minion as well. They can be targeted by that Bomb Tower, but it does go away anyway. It looks like the Mega Minion is about to finish off that Musketeer, but now he drops down a Minion Horde, so I'm going to go ahead and zap that. However, it doesn't look like my troops are not going to be able to make it to that tower. The Inferno Dragon goes down, and so does the Mega Minion. So that was a pretty good defense on his part. For now, though, I'm just going to go ahead and drop down another Elixir Collector in the back behind my tower. And now let's go ahead and drop down our first Golem of the match, and hopefully get our Inferno Dragon behind him in just a few seconds. But now he drops down his Royal Giant. Unfortunately, my Inferno Dragon didn't lock onto the Royal Giant, so I had to drop my Poison Spell to get rid of all those Barbarians. But the Golem is pushing through all those Barbarians and that Royal Giant. Now the Inferno Dragon can lock onto the Royal Giant, which will allow it to get off quite a few shots. And now I'm dropping down another Inferno Dragon. I have two Inferno Dragons going at this guy's tower right now. I'm going to drop a Poison Spell on the tower and that Musketeer right there. I think everything is shooting my Golem, so now the Inferno Dragons lock onto the tower and take it out immediately. He does drop down a Princess, however, so I'm going to go ahead and drop down my Skeletons to counter that, and my Mega Minion to take out his Musketeer. So I'm expecting a Royal Giant or those arrows to finish off my right tower, so we need to prepare a push for that left tower. I have a few Elixir Collectors down, but he's going to drop down his Royal Giant. My Inferno Dragon should be able to take that out, but he will distract it with some Barbarians. Let's go ahead and drop down our Poison Spell on those, as well as our Ice Spirit right there, and a Mega Minion to finish off this Musketeer, who looks like she's about to take out that Inferno Dragon, but luckily it doesn't go down. And I'm actually going to go ahead and drop down my second Golem right now. We have two Golems going at this guy's tower. We're about to have our second Inferno Dragon as well. So let's go ahead and drop down our Inferno Dragon right now. Let's go ahead and zap these minions. We have two Golems on this guy's tower. Let's keep spamming all of our troops right now. Cycle back to this Mega Minion right here. We have one Golem on the tower, one on the Bomb Tower. One Golem just went down, but now we have another. And I think we're about to cycle to yet again another Inferno Dragon. The Golem did do heavy damage on that tower though. Let's go ahead and zap away those Barbarians so my Inferno Dragon can finish off that left tower. And there we got our very first victory 3 with this deck. Good game to this guy. That was definitely a crazy battle. I honestly didn't think I was going to win that, but this Inferno Dragon Cycle deck is really clutch. So this deck has definitely proven itself. It looks like a pretty good deck, but I definitely need more practice with it before I get into a live battle. So for now, let's go into another friendly battle and see who we go up against next. See if we can get another win with this deck. So now we're in another friendly battle, this time against Logic, who's at 3,100 trophies. So he's not exactly high as Mike was at 3,900, but he's still in the Legendary Arena nonetheless. To start off, he's going to drop down an Elixir Collector behind his right tower, and right now I have my Mega Minion, but I don't really have anything else to drop. Don't have my Elixir Collector or Inferno Dragon or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and start off by dropping down my Golem right off the bat. Zap those goblins and ignore the miner for now. Drop down an Ice Spirit behind that Golem, get the Mega Minion in there as well. I'm thinking about dropping down my Inferno Dragon, but I might just save up for my Elixir Collector because now he has a Musketeer in there as well. But it looks like the Mega Minion actually took out the Musketeer and he's already on the tower as well. But those Fire Spirits were very clutch. A nice play by Logic, which did take out my Mega Minion. However, my Golems will already take out that left tower. Even though he did drop a miner to take them out, the last Golemite does get the final blow. So let's go ahead and distract this miner for now with our 1 Elixir Skeletons. Get our Golem ready for another push down the right hand lane. Down goes the Golem, but he drops yet again another Elixir Collector. I haven't seen much of this guy's deck. I do know that he has those goblins though. He has a miner in there as well. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and zap those goblins and drop down an Ice Spirit on his Hog Rider. But as my Golem approaches, I'm probably going to go ahead and drop down my Inferno Dragon right behind him, as well as a Poison Spell right there and my Skeletons as well. Get our Mega Minion in there as soon as we hit 3 Elixir. So that push didn't go quite as well as I thought it was going to. Let's go ahead and defend this Hog Rider on the left with that Ice Spirit right there. Just drop down another Collector behind my right tower. Just ignore that Hog Rider for now. And now that we're in double Elixir, maybe we can get off a better push than last time. Drop down my Golem behind my King Tower. And now we're already pumping up Elixir really fast. I'm going to go ahead and zap those Fire Spirits right there. Once again, leave the miner alone for now. Drop down my Mega Minion behind my Golem. Hopefully he doesn't go faster than the Golem. Also drop down my Inferno Dragon and that Poison Spell on the Tower Musketeer and the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Drop down my Ice Spirit, my Skeletons. Go ahead and zap those Goblins right there. He's wasting way too much Elixir down the left lane. I drop down a second Inferno Dragon on the right lane. Let's go ahead and poison that Musketeer as well. Both Inferno Dragons are on that Musketeer. Drop down our Mega Minion. Spam all of our troops right here. It looks like one Inferno Dragon is going to lock onto the tower. And watch as it goes down extremely quick. The tower is already gone and there is another 3 crown. So good game to Logic. That was 2 wins in a row with this crazy overpowered Inferno Dragon deck. If you guys do have the Inferno Dragon, make sure you go ahead and try out this deck. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I might even go ahead into a live battle with it sometime soon. But that's going to wrap up today's video. I'm so excited to finally have my Inferno Dragon. And this deck is definitely OP as you guys saw in today's video. I'm definitely going to keep playing around with it. So make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and stay up to date with the channel if you want to know how it works out for me. But that's about it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you next time.